Morning class. Today we are solving two-step inequalities where the learning intention is to do that, solve two-step inequalities. All right, we're going to know we understand what we're doing when we can use our inverse operations to solve two-step inequalities and then graph them on a number line. You have to do both parts in this section. You can't just get the answer, you also have to graph it. Let's take a look. All right, so I'm going to keep this short. This whole video should be super short and brief because we know how to solve two-step problems at this point. The only thing we really have to know and remember is what an inequality is and what that really means. So in an inequality, you will see the less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to sign, right? That's a mathematical relation where both sides are not equal, which is different from an equation where both sides are equal. So that's the only real difference between an inequality and an equation. All right, well, to solve a two-step problem, just like any other two-step problem, you just go through this two steps. You're going to undo addition or subtraction. Then you're going to undo multiplication or division. And then you will graph. That's where this section will be different, right? You're not just going to be, okay, x is less than 4. You have to show what that is on a graph. Let's see what that looks like. All right, so here we have a two-step inequality. Negative 2x plus 6 is greater than or equal to 12. So the first step, right, undo the addition or subtraction. So we have plus 6. The opposite of that is minus 6. Now, the similarity here is just like an equation. What you do to one side of the inequality, you must do to the other side of the inequality. That way the inequality stays true. If you start changing the value of one side and not the others, well then that inequality may no longer be true, right? That may be a false statement at that point, and you don't want that. So 6's cancel, negative 2x comes down here in step 2, and 12 minus 6 is 6. So that's where we are in step 2. Now, second step to solving a two-step equation, I feel like I'm saying step a lot, but whatever, is to undo the multiplication or division. Well, we have multiplication here, right? Negative 2 times x. So to undo that, you're going to divide by negative 2 on both sides. Those will go to 1, and you are left with x. And 6 divided by negative 2 is negative 3. Here is the only thing you have to be aware of. And that's what this asterisk over here is, right? When you multiply or divide by a negative, you must reverse the inequality. So the greater than or equal to sign becomes an less than or equal to sign. So your actual answer is x is less than or equal to negative 3. So now we have to graph it. This is pretty simple. Find negative 3 on the number line, circle it. And then consider if it's an less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, the dot is closed to show that that number is included in the solution. So this is an equal to, right? That is a less than or equal to sign, so fill that dot in. And then you just read the inequality. X is less than. Well, less than is to the left. So your answers are to the left. So negative 3 and every number smaller than negative 3 will make the original inequality true. That's what this means. All right, let's see. I think I have a check problem on the next slide for you to solve, and that's it. All right, so what I want you to do here is pause it, and then I will run through a solution because I don't have a slide with the solution, so I'll run through it and draw on this one, and then you can take a look. But please pause it here, try to do it yourself, and then take a look at my solution. All right, well, if you didn't pause it, here's the answer. Let's take a look. So this one actually has a little extra step. You have to distribute this one. So this becomes negative 2x minus 24. All right, is greater than or equal to 4. All right, Undo the addition or subtraction. Opposite of minus 24 is add 24. Add 24 to both sides. Those cancel. You're left with negative 2x is greater than or equal to 28. Undo the multiplication. Divide by negative 2. Divide by negative 2. And you are left with x equals, oh, see, I almost messed up, is less than or equal to. So first, this is an inequality, so no equal sign. And second, we started with greater than or equal to, but divided by a negative, so we have to flip the sign, now having a less than or equal to sign. And our answer would be negative 14. So you would then, I'm just going to put a 1 here, make that a 14, just to show you guys how you would graph this still. It's exactly like the previous problem, right? You'd find negative 14, you'd fill in your dot because it isn't less than or equal to, so that is included, and less than is to the left, so boom. Everything smaller than negative 14 would make your inequality true, and that's all there is to that. All right, if you have any questions, please bring them in. You'll probably be taking these notes in class, so if you have any questions, just raise your hand because I'll probably be looking at you. All right, have a good time, y'all.